acrylic paint. Okay. Drying. Oh. Be right back. Let me find a pot holder and I will pull things. Oops. Ooh. There he says it's time. Right? And these need to cool. We're just going to set them. Oops. Oh, they look good. Okay, but yes, they need to cool for a while before we can actually touch them and work with them because they just came out of the oven. And the larger the pieces are, the longer it takes for them to be like touchable. So the gnomes will be a little bit, and that's okay. But our carrots will not be as long, and they're looking very cute. So, yes. Yay us. Oh my goodness. Our dirt is ready. Our boards, all they need is a coat on the other side. Ooh, and an all candor. Yup. Because we're not, I mean, really, we don't need to be making this more difficult for ourselves than we have to. What do we do with the brush? Here we go. Fun! Hi, how's it going? How is your Friday? Did your mail come yet? I know you already sent me money for it, but that does not mean that it arrived yet. It was supposed to arrive on like Wednesday, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I think we can totally do the other coat on the back of all of these and just let them dry as they sit here. I think that will, oh yeah, they'll be fine. But hi. Oh, you got it on Tuesday. Yay. Nice. Yet when I send things to people, I tell them, I'm like, don't give me money until you get it. See what it looks like. Make sure everything's okay. Because you never know. Ooh. This is looking nice. But yeah, offend tonight we are working on gnomes that are like little garden and for like basically a flower themed gnome next to a little carrot growing out of the ground for like a little basically garden carrot themed tableau, so to speak. That's tonight's jam. But is today your Friday, Fen? I know you work, I don't want to say nights, but I know you work later than like many of us do. But is today your Friday? Do you get weekend time, like weekend days off or other days? Let's see if we look at the difference between these two. That's why we're putting on a second coat. It's worth it. Nice full coverage. And the other side already got its second coat. Yeah, oops, come here. So this is just, ooh, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So this should be our last thing. Yay! Fenton says Cars Doorables will be in their new home when I see my cousin on Sunday. Yay! I'm glad. That pleases me. Oh, hang on. Paint is drying on this. We're going to rinse it out. So, Fen, I will... And you don't have to, like... I'm not, like, putting you on the spot as I directly put you on the spot. But no, what we were talking about before... We were talking about what has everyone been listening to lately. And I learned that Ari is enjoying Gogo Bordello, the song Start Wearing Purple, which she was introduced to through my current playlist. Which is, like, if you do... We just said a minute ago. Exclamation point Spotify, and the playlist called Zanzibar, after the Billy Joel song Zanzibar. But just, I love hearing what people are listening to lately. And it's not like, well, what are you listening to? Like, because I've listened to the same shit for a lot of years. And I come back to things all the time. It's not about, like, oh, what's new and a hit. It's like, no, like, what's on your playlist? What's your jam right now? I love hearing what people are into. Ooh, I was on a Soleil in that kick for a few days. Sue in the Vase is an absolute fucking banger. See una vez. Yes, one view. If I don't know, her voice was so phenomenally beautiful. And Fenton says mainly Mothica lately. I am not familiar with Mothica. What is the general genre? A similar band? Ari says I love her. Selena, yes. Yeah, she had a generational voice, like a once, like a, you know. And do I know any of her songs? Like, do I know a bunch of her songs? No. I'm not claiming that I do or something, but just, yeah. I don't know what the actual name of the song is, but just the one where she says, ay, como me dueles. That one gets me every time. And Ashley says, me too. And Ari says, I got a little sad hearing the live recording. Oh. I didn't mean to make people sad. Como la flor. Thank you, Ari. Ashley says, it's hard not to be honest. I feel like the world was robbed of a beautiful soul. Yes, we were. Como la flor, meaning, of course, like the flower. And como me dueles is like, how do I feel, I think. But other than super sad murdered victims, and also what's funny is it also made me think of like Nick Cave and like murder ballads. Eric says, oh, how it hurts. And Ash says, oh, it hurts me. Yeah. How tender it is. Like, how horrible it is to love something that death can touch. I don't know who said that. Somebody a lot smarter than me. To una vez means if once, or if one time. Una vez, cada, like, there we go. Como una vez, cada vez, todas las veces, every time, one time, none of the times, nunca. There we go. Ugh. I need to brush up on my Spanish. Aries says, I mean, yes, although I was translating. Thank you, my beloved. I appreciate it. And Ashley says, like, if you were once so into me, why are you acting like you're not now? Ah. So we're thinking C. So, okay, the C meaning FC, because there's like C meaning yes and C which is if. You know, if once, if one time, like, what the fuck, bro? Friend, whoever it may be. Ari says, I'm sorry, Ari. Ashley says, I'm sorry, Ari. I wasn't trying to correct you. Sorry if it came across that way. I do love that even if someone, like, hasn't said, like, I'm hurt, like, everyone is just, like, folks in the stream ready to be, like, exactly, like, if this was a thing, you know, like, apologize. And I don't know. I love it. It makes me happy that people are genuinely interested and invested in making sure that others also feel good, know that it's a good time to feel good, and that they don't need to worry, right? I would never correct you because I know your Spanish is better than mine. LMAO, right? And right. That's like, if I went to the taco stand, I told Nina, like, no, ma'am, no, not like that. I try, but I'm certainly not fluent. I am working. Oh, yeah. I did really please Nina, the taco truck lady, today. Because I called in my order. And usually I get a quesadilla. And I was like, instead of getting a quesadilla, I got 5 tacos for Mr. Blood. And 5 tacos for me. Hell yes, I did. And so I was like, 10 tacos with only, like, carne asada, only onion and cilantro. And she was like, okay. As in 2 sides of rice. And she's like, yes. And I said, for Jen, because shockingly enough, my government name is Genevieve. And she was like, oh, Mimi, oh my God. And I was like, and I told her, I said, I had some of Mr. Blood's taco last week with the thing. I said, I need more. And she's like, yes. And I got there. And I've been, like, I was in, like, basically practicing in my mind to say to her, because, like, how do we get better at things except by practicing? I thought that I did not like, you know, onion and cilantro, like, meaning raw onion. I don't know how to say raw, whatever. I thought that I didn't like onion and cilantro, and then I had some of his taco, and I said, I love it, give me more onion and cilantro, and I told her that largely in Spanish, and she was so pleased to hear it, and it was, I was very proud of myself, as you may have noticed. And Ashley said, but I'm proud of myself. And so, Ashley, again, I love you. Replace the word but with and. I try, but I'm certainly not fluent. And I'm proud of myself for understanding more of Selena's songs. You gotta know that that's not a brag. That's not like it's just, instead of selling yourself short, you're like, well, but you're saying, this happened, and I'm not fluent, and I'm understanding more of Selena's songs. Like, she's okay. I know, the way that I encourage my friends not to, like, sell short and, like, discount their own achievements, accomplishments, like, learning, growth. I know. I definitely super kind of medium apologize for that. And Ari says, sometimes I was a fave when I did lyrics, but I didn't really pay attention to others. Yeah. And then, but here's the thing. So, Ari, my beloved, you say didn't pay attention to the lyrics. Did you know all the lyrics, though? Could you have sang along with a lot of them? And this isn't like, don't worry, this is not like a weird trick question or something. It's that I am a visual learner, and I can listen to the lyrics of a song and know all of them and sing along to them mindlessly, but not really give a second thought as to what the song is about. But then, when I see it in writing, I'm like, it's like it's telling a little story! But when I just hear it, like, yes, I know, like, my brain has, like, the rehearsed, like, it knows what's next. Okay. But it's not, like, absorbing it, like, story style, because I'm not seeing it and reading it in a list. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. And Asher says, nothing like listening to music you were surrounded by as a kid and thinking, damn, y'all really had me listening to this at that age? LMAO. She's okay. It's fair. I do to you too. Lol. Right? Seriously, that is, I think, one of the best services that we can offer to our friends in a lot of ways is just telling them, not telling them truths about themselves, but just being like, hey, I noticed by seeing you that you're doing X, Y, and Z. Okay. We've got boards. We've got gnomes. Ooh, you know what we need? Carrot tops. We have literally one. We need 6. And here's, of course, our chenille stem. Because that's what pipe cleaners are called now. I don't know. Because we need 2 pieces. We'll see how far we get. Okay. We like our little poofums. And so that's 1. And we're going to call that 2. Hang on a little bit. There we go. We're going to call that 2. And so that's 1 portion that we need. And so that's 1. And this needs to be doubled up. We'll definitely need another one. So let us... I can't unhear the coochie song. What is the coochie song? What did I miss? Hang on. There we go. Like, Charo? Okay, what were we getting from down here? What were we getting up for? Ah, there we go. From the wooden cotton box, we need chenille stem. It's played at all the parties in OMG when you actually know what it's saying. One of the songs I never paid attention to the lyrics. Oh, so Charo's Coochie Coochie. I don't actually know the song, but I think... Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm here to... But my brain just said Charo when you said Coochie. Okay. Oh my god. So there is another chenille stem. Ari says, I don't think it's hurt. I have no idea. She says that a lot. Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know why I was thinking of that. Ew. And what do we have, beloveds? Cooled carrots. Cooled gnomes. Right now, we're going to start with the carrots because we need to make little fuzz tops. These. All of these are pretty much ready to boogie. like they're cured. They've got beards. They've got their flower colors like los colores del flor. Aries says, wait, no, that wasn't the word. It's no te metas con mi cuckoo. That's what it was. Cuckoo. I just only know the vague idea of Charo. Like the vaguest, like, blurry outline. I really don't want to know what cuckoo. Right. Old-timey euphemisms. Okay. So, look at those. I think yes. So, we are going to check gnomes off of the list for this project. They're going to live over there for right now. But Aries says, I really don't want to know what cuckoo is. Well, one of those things, I'll give you 2 guesses and the first one doesn't count. Which is like an old-timey joke way of saying, you know the answer. Okay. So, our little boards, look at that. Front and back have 2 coats. We're looking good. We've got gnomes that are ready. Hang on, but this needs a new home that is not white in front of my face for the second. Over there. And now, let's talk carrot tops. Hang on, this is just a scale model gnome. It can go live over there now. And also a sample gnome, because this is my little painter gnome. Oh, sorry, beloved. Oh, sorry, my camera. I'm sorry. There was definitely not an excited, I almost said 11-year-old. No, he's not 11 yet. But no, a 10-year-old in here beeping and borping and jumping up and down. The context is not promising. But no. Yes, there we go. That's what we're doing. Remember Inspiration Gnome? With their little painty drop cloth thing? Not a drop cloth. Because I resisted my urge to cut a piece off of their actual drop cloth and make it into a thing. But I told them, I was like, yeah, I didn't want to, like, ruin your stuff. And, like, the edges were finished on it. And I didn't want to, like... And they were like, yeah, we understand that. But I think they also kind of would not have minded at all if I just chopped off some drop cloth to make these. But no, the ones I gave them look pretty much exactly like this. And that's just our little pink colored cloth. But yes, that's our inspiration. Here's our little Fluffums carrot top. Look at that. Oh. Aries says, you gave it to them already. Yay! Oh, yes, I saw them this morning. So, yesterday was originally supposed to be their last day. And so yesterday morning before I left for work, I was looking for gnomes and I couldn't find any. And I was like... But then I saw the painters on Thursday. And they were like, oh, well, we need to come back tomorrow morning. Because, like, we want to put a 3rd coat on some parts, whatever. Like, because they wanted to look, like, really nice. And I was like, great. And so when I got there this morning, they were just finishing up. They told me they'd be probably done, like, they'd be done before noon. When I got there at 10:30, they were packing up their shit and ready to go. I think they were waiting to see me to, like, give the key back and whatever. But I was like, like, they were finishing up and I was like, I have stuff for you. And so I gave them, because subcontractors love the office candy. everyone loves the office candy. So I gave them a little origami box full of office candy, and then it had their two little gnomes. They each got one, and then for their girlfriends who like plants, I cut a piece off of my pothos and gave each of them 2 pieces of pothos in a little plastic tube to propagate, and then be able to plant them and have a little ting. Okay. Okay. Oh. But yes, that was a joy for me today. Oh, see, now that these are cured. Oh, that's so stinking cute. Alright. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, one piece, get it? One part of this is approximately that long. And so we've got one. And here's piece number, hang on. We've got other nippers. Thank you, other nippers. He's looked at me like, no, because I just said we've got other nippers. Cause you're like, yes, I know, I get it.
Ping ponging between you and the kid.
Ah, I love you. That's set 1. That's set number 2. This is folded over. That's set number 3. I want to say, yep, close enough. 4. And then 5. And then our last one, 6. And so we could make these longer. It's not that we're like trying to like save our pipe cleaners for other projects. It's that we want it to be realistic, cute. It's that alright, and so for each of these, now the next step is actually chopping them in half. Because, oops, we're going to take them, make a little X, and wrap the sides around a few times. And then make it into a little tufter do. Because we want it to stick out in more than one way, like a Carrot Top does. And not like Carrot Top the comedian. Because like when I looked for pictures of a Carrot Top, I had to write Carrot Top food. Otherwise, it was just all results about that guy. Not that I mind that. Good for him. Good for him for like being famous enough that he can like not circumvent, but like he can be in like competition with like a common vegetable, and that he literally comes up. Do you know what I mean? Like that's pretty fucking impressive. Like if you Googled mashed potatoes and your friend came up, you're like, fuck yeah, mashed potato friend. Like, right? That's like a food. And seriously, I have specific There are pliers that I would love for this, but they're downstairs, and it's not a complaint. It's just the little teeny tiny bitey ones would be perfect. But that's okay. They still exist, they're just downstairs. Alright. So we've got that tucked in. Oh, that is cute.